Okay, let me turn that down. So as you can probably guess, this was the Halloween episode of Raw with the guest stars, the Muppets. Oh, and The Rock talked about something. Okay, so first I'll go with the Muppets. You know, the segment that dealt with Kermit, Miss Piggy, Swagger, Vicky Guerrero, and Santino worked. That was beautiful. The segment between Meeker and Santino worked well. Sheamus and Meeker, saying that they're part of the same family, worked fantastic. The sequence where it was Fozzy and Gonzo being attacked by Swagler, with the exception of the Dolph Ziggler shirt that says heel, that kind of just failed horribly. As well as the ending sequence where they had Miss Piggy and Kermit dealing with Morrison, Hornswoggle, and Rhodes. That one just didn't really seem to jive that well either. So we'll go through the matches, and then I'll end up talking about that little bit with The Rock. One of the opening matches, of course, was CM Punk taking on Mark Henry, with the auspice being, if CM Punk wins, he gets to take on Del Rio. And of course, Ricardo gets in the ring and gets a DQ for Mark Henry, therefore CM Punk doesn't win. CM Punk tosses Rodrigo in and he gets the world's strongest slam. Not really the best opening. And then where we go from there? We go from a women's battle royal and they're all in costumes and the winner gets to take on the champion. This is how you decide you're champion? It's a bunch of women in really bad costumes. With the high point of that whole scenario entirely coming from the Bella Twins being Mario and Luigi. And of course, Eve wins after there's a triple team on Natalya. Air Boom took on Cody Rhodes and Wade Barrett. I'm trying to figure out why these random tag teams have been pretty much dominating Air Boom for the past about week or so. And this was no exception. This was great back and forth. Rhodes and Barrett did a fantastic job, and they got the win decisively. This was a really good match. Santino took on Swagger, and earlier in that night, Christian had prevented Meeker from getting Santino the Muppet Energy drink, which would have given him additional powers and abilities. Meeker gets that to Santino during the match. Apparently has a pretty bad taste. Spit take into Swagger, roll up pinfall. You know what? Pretty solid. Pretty solid all things considered. That was actually really good. The Big Show took on Del Rio. This match seemed to go on forever. Great back and forth. Fantastic back and forth. Out of nowhere, big solid right hand. And Del Rio was down for the count. 3 count, Big Show victory. Now CM Punk was told earlier by that if Del Rio says yes to a match, Punk has his match against Del Rio. Punk slyly goes into the ring, kind of sits down and is like, hey amigo, hey amigo. Pour some water in his face. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put you in the Anaconda Vice. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm keeping you in that vice until you say yes. puts me on a kind of ice. Do I have a match at Survivor Series? Alberto says yes. Punk grabs the mic and the mic is dead. Gets another mic. He said yes. He said yes. So that means Punk will take on Del Rio, which is good because those two guys have some fantastic chemistry. A lot more chemistry than Del Rio and Cena. Dolph Ziggler took on Zack Ryder in a match, I'll be honest, was probably one of the best matches Ryder has had on Raw in quite some time. Great back and forth with Ziggler. Initially, Ryder got the pinfall, but the ref noticed that Ziggler's foot was on the bottom rope. Restarted the match. You know, again, some nice back and forth. Ryder picks up a pretty solid victory. You know, doing a Ryder and then Santino match back to back against the Vicky's contingent of Swagler, you know, could have backfired. Those two are just kind of goofy enough, and you can tell that Ryder's entirely stolen all of Santino's gusto. Entirely. During Santino, people were chanting, "We want Ryder." So you know Ryder has surpassed Santino easily. So now we're down to the main event. Miz and John Cena. You know, people who don't like Miz and don't like Cena, they've got some chemistry in the ring and they make a solid match. And this match was no exception. My only complaint was with the ending. They're on the outside of the ring. John Cena gets attacked by Ghostface from Scream. As you can obviously tell, it's R-Truth. He gets attacked enough that when he goes into the ring, he's slightly discombobulated. Skull crushing finale, reverse into the STF. Boo. I think it would have been better to have seen John Cena had lost that match, because that would really, really push that he needs The Rock in order to defeat Awesome Truth. Instead, he gets the submission victory on Miz, R-Truth comes in, and he lays out R-Truth. Oh yeah, and back to The Rock. The Rock began the show via satellite. Dude is Diesel beyond belief. First, he's like, you know, I didn't want to team with John Cena. No, we're two different eras. No. He sucks. I don't want to team with him. No. No. Hell no. I'm not teaming with him. Team Bring It and the Fruit Loop Troop? No. It's not going to happen. And then The Rock said, listen to the people. And the people most want to see The Rock and John Cena for the first time, for the last time, at Survivor Series. So, in case people thought that The Rock wasn't going to team with John Cena, he is going to team with John Cena. And of course, The Rock will come back in 2 weeks, which of course will be the Go Home Raw before Survivor Series. As well as Kevin Nash has been re-signed. Because, you know, because he was fired and has just illegally been going to the ring. So Nash has been re-signed because Triple H wants him to be re-signed. And Nash will be on Raw next week. So be sure to set your DVRs on pause. Go to the bathroom. Maybe make a sandwich. Maybe have some ice cream. How about this? Finish off some of your Halloween candy. And then when you come back, you can skip through whatever Nash has to say. Because let's be honest, it's not going to be very good.